ongoing trade wars.
The tariff war.
With growing uncertainty about tariffs.
Growing trade rift.
Following President Trump's tariffs.
Tariff war right now.
The trade war pain.
The trade war pain is already being felt in Windsor. Duty-free shops are taking a hit as cross-border traffic dips.
It's a problem being seen at tax-free shops all along the border.
We're starting to hear reports from out west that they are 40 to 80% down.
It's just not enough to offset the drop in Canadian passenger vehicles right now.
Zach, who runs the tunnel duty-free in Windsor, says his sales are down by about 20%. Customers are spending less, he thinks, either put off by potential hassles at the border or simply tightening their wallets. He's especially frustrated that duty-free stores and many other businesses in Windsor don't qualify for the more than $6 billion in federal trade supports because they're not technically classified as export businesses.
We are a recipient of a proceed of the revenue of all goods that are sold in that duty-free. That comes back to the city in the form of a dividend from the tunnel operation, which means we have to collect less property taxes from all of the property taxpayers across the city.
On the precipice of a federal election, they and the other border mayors are hoping that whatever party wins will be willing to help their businesses.
We could eliminate some red tape. There's some taxes that are applied to the Canadian stores that aren't applied to the U.S. duty-free stores that make it an unfair playing field. I don't really want to get into the specifics of that, but we really need to sit down with the minister and see if we can work on some of these things. It would be a revenue neutral situation. The government wouldn't be giving us any money in that situation, but it would just make us more competitive when we come out of this. It is.
Bissonnette spoke Friday at a Border Mayors Alliance news conference urging Ottawa to step up with direct support similar to the loans offered during the pandemic shutdown.
Border traffic is down, and a group representing duty-free stores say they're at a breaking point. Barbara Barrett, executive director of the Frontier Duty-Free Association, is calling on the feds to address the unique issues local businesses who rely on cross-border trade and tourism face. She says the stores are often anchor employers in their communities.
Travis Fortnum tells us it's happening coast to coast to coast, and Ottawa is being asked to step in.
Now, the Canada-U.S. land border is one of the greatest economic and cultural assets this country has. It's more than just a dividing line. It's a shared space where families, communities, and businesses have thrived for generations, thanks to the ability to move back and forth across the border with ease.
So that anything that impedes the flow of people impacts duty-free stores on both sides of the border. It affects the restaurants, the hospitality industry, tourism.
It shows that it's very, very sparse. My initial look was to see our duty-free shop down there, which has been very busy over the years, and they were closed on that day.
Now it's getting to the point where I'm wondering, how much longer can I pay my staff? We just did a survey within our association. 25 to 30% of the people are wondering if they're going to be here in 6 months.
If they don't get support sooner rather than later, then some of them may have to close permanently. And we know we would like to see, we don't want to see that in our communities. They play an important role. They offer great service.
One is that federal and provincial governments need to immediately reduce interprovincial trade barriers.
We need the federal government to fully understand as they look to different sectors to assist them through the tariff that will be coming, that duty-free stores and border communities specifically need direct support to deal with what's happening here.